Hey, yo, what it is, man? We back with another one. My name is BT, and you tuned in with Burn After Rolling today. I got she will call herself the star of Culture Shock Podcast. You know what I mean? The beautiful, the lovely Tayaa Marie.
Tayaa Marie.
Tayaa
And oh, so this is what we're doing
This
now.
is exactly what we're getting into.
I'm the star of the show now too.
The star of Burn After Rolling?
Yeah.
You was on Cats Out the Bag though too.
I'm saying I'm making my rounds.
And you had a nice little moment over there too.
I know. The beep 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 beep.
How was you had fun over there?
That shit was mad fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
they're fucking weak.
I love what my girl got going on over there. For real. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I mean? She was nervous at first, and really, but she really, came into her own, bro. She's like, I'm not gonna lie.
She's fucking nice, bro. I'll go on that show anytime.
When I was watching, I was like, oh shit, this is like fucking magic right here. This shit is lit.
She's lit. She's mad. Nah, she's mad fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, she's
mad
dope.
funny.
Yeah, man. So you know what I mean? So let's start off with where you from and all the basics.
I'm from the hood. No, I'm from Coram. I'm from Coram. I lived in Homestead. I know y'all know. That was there for a long time.
What court? I was 23 Lincoln.
Man, I bounced all over that bitch. I was in Quincy, then I was in Monroe, then I was in Grant, and then we left. We went to Fairfield in Coram.
All that moving around. What was the situation?
Well, we started with like a 2-bedroom, moved to a 3-bedroom. The 3-bedroom got moved from like flooding and shit. Moved to another 3-bedroom. And then Tyler went his way when we kind of just went and got our own shit. Mm-hmm. That was pretty much it.
So what was the situation like, in the house, brothers and sisters wise?
It was interesting to say the least. Me and Tyler, I would say we wasn't like the closest. Like maybe at first when we was little, but like as we got older, we wasn't really the closest. We didn't start getting closer till like my like later teen years as I became more of an adult, which I could kind of understand now why to a degree. I was a kid, so that was his annoying little sister.
Well, how many brothers and sisters are there?
Oh, altogether, I'm one of 10.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So the 10-year was a 10-year difference?
No.
The oldest.
My oldest is in like her 40s. She's like 40.
I understand.
41.
I feel that. That. My brother. I have the same situation. My brother's like 30 something years older than me, type shit.
That shit is wild.
What is it? And it's weird because like, all right, growing up, isn't it like, it's like not your older brother. It's almost like your like aunt or uncle type situation.
Well, I grew up mostly with Tyler, who's only like 3.5 years older than me. But when my older siblings would come around, like because they're my half siblings, but when they would come around, it was like I feel like I'm with my aunt.
On God, yo.
Like, hey, why are you so much older than me?
Yo, so my Magic, right? The Magic who recorded you guys the other day?
Yeah.
So Magic is my nephew. His pops is my older brother. Mind you, this nigga's a year older than me.
Right.
So I grew up with Mark Magic, who's like my cousin. He's my nephew, but it was like growing up with like your cousin type shit. You know what I mean? And his pops was almost like my uncle, because there was times like I was a kid when we was running around and shit, and I was doing kid shit, and like normally where you be doing it with your brother or your cousin, nigga, like this nigga would be the one to have to be the disciplinarian.
I'm crying.
Yo, one time, me and my nephew, we met up with some girls. Well,
Hoochies,
or maybe a girl. Maybe I met up with a girl with my nephew accompanying us. I'm not even gonna incriminate him. So I met up with her, and I remember like I was trying to get some ass. I was really trying to get some ass, like anybody. And in that time of my life, it was get ass by any means. Not by any means.
I was gonna say careful.
But get ass like any. If you had to go in the woods, go in the woods. If you had to go in the basement, go in. If you had to go in the boiler room,
Longwood kids is good for that. The woods, Longwood kids gonna be. That's one thing about y'all Longwood kids. Y'all gonna be in the woods.
Yeah, if you had to go,
fucking crazy.
Yeah, wherever you had to go is where you had to go. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get in. I was trying to finesse any way, because I wasn't really trying to do it in the woods like that. You know what I mean? But I was trying to finesse any way to come back in the crib. So I remember coming up with like, yeah, she don't like someone that lives on this block, so we can't be outside. Do you think that we can just be inside and hang out for a little bit? We'll just be we'll be in front of you, like, you trying to figure out any little situation to try to get in. And I had my sister-in-law like right there, like she was like, I swung enough case to do it. So she goes upstairs to ask my brother, and at this point I'm hyped because I'm thinking like, yes, it's about to happen. I start kissing on Shorty on the porch, right there, like right at
Stupid
like
kid.
2 seconds after she walks away. And my little nephew, Magic's little brother, now shout out Wavy Steve, or yeah, fucking this little nigga is looking through the window.
Oh, he opt on
And he
you.
fucking
Damn, not him snitching, not too much.
So now this is like the first experience I had. I was probably like 13, no older than 15. You know what I mean? I'm young. So this is the first like older brother experience, because he you know, little brother tells sister-in-law tells brother. So now obviously the whole operation's a dub. You know what I mean? So I go up there, and matter of fact, I'm thinking I'm scot-free, but the way my sister-in-law opened the door and was like, just you come in. And Mark
That's when you knew.
She's like, Mark wants to talk to you. That's my brother's name. So I go up there, and he's just like, so what y'all planning on doing? I'm like, no, we're just gonna watch a movie or something, just chill. Oh, well, the way you had it posted up on that porch, you know what I mean? I don't know if if we plan on watching the movie or making the movie.
Right.
I was like, caught me by.
Yeah,
but that was like the first
ass.
big brother moment I had, because like I thought I was about to get in so much trouble.
Oh.
And he was like, yo, don't do it again, man. Just be cool, man. That's my son too. I was like, all right, my fault.
Yeah, cool the fuck out. You was getting excited.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's funny having those weird dynamics with someone like,
yeah,
you know, the average person, you know, brother and sister, they live with them, they grew up with them, they're around them, they know them just as well as, you know, whatever. You know, what was it like, you know, almost having such a different life experience from people?
If I'm being honest, it did make me wonder like what it would be like to have like a normal family dynamic. Like I would see like I hung out with a lot of like white kids, I'm not gonna lie, when I was young. So, because my mom really didn't want me hanging around the hood and shit like that. So, you know, she sent me to do activity. Not to say that there wasn't black kids, but y'all know what I'm getting at or whatever. you know, the community be a little sensitive, a little touchy on certain subjects. But she didn't really want us like running the streets or nothing. So she kept us in mad extra like curricular activities. And I would hang around my friends, and their dynamics were so normal. I'd be like, yo, so this is what it's like. Like, what?
Yo, it wasn't lit going, like sleepovers, it was lit going to sleepover at the homie's crib, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I know.
Always.
I remember, like, yo, one of my best friends, his pops is a cop, and his mom's does some nice financial work type shit. They got a nice ass crib, and going over there was like going on a it was like a vacation. You know the vibes. You know what it was. You said you hung out with the white folk. You know the vibes.
You did. It just was a different vibe. Like waking up my friend's whole family making breakfast and shit, and I'm
God.
like, oh yeah, turn this bitch. What?
Sometimes it wouldn't be that good though, because then you go to the family's house that like ate like soup for dinner.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. You went to certain friends' houses and it was like, bro, tell me your parents aren't cooking that. Yo, please have them order pizza, something, because this is crazy.
I'll never forget. Like I felt like a dick in the moment, but like realistically, this real nigga shit. I'm a big man, and you know this. This little nigga offers me. He's like, yo, you know my parents. I told my parents about you. You know they want to meet you. They invited you over for dinner.
Well, he was trying to get married.
Nah, like on some like, you know, parents just want to know who their kids hanging out with type shit. So, you know what I mean? I was a little older than him too, so I was like, hey, yeah, fuck it. Like,
making sure you keeping their kid out of trouble.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. So I'm about to go now, and I call him like, cause I'm wild hungry. It was one of those days I just was running around. Yo, I call him, and I'm like, yo, bro, what y'all got? What y'all about to make? Nigga said soup. I said, what? I said soup. No. I said, and what? And what? No, soup. And what though? No, bro. Just soup. I was like, all right, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
Okay. Big ass. You're mad big.
Yo.
I ain't coming. You feeding me nothing but broth over there. What the fuck going on?
I'm gonna pick, yo, as a big man, yo, you be surprised. I'm a picky nigga, bro.
No, that's not that surprising.
Why you figure?
Because you clearly know what you like.
We got jokes. So listen, is this the route we going?
What you want to do?
I'm just saying.
What you want to do?
I'm just saying. Is this the route we want to go?
What you on camera?
I got him. If you ready to go, because
it's whatever you want to do, Benjamin.
No, listen, just know I'm gonna give you a pass now, and then after this one.
Wait. Wait. Shut the fuck up, stupid kid. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, but back to the beginning and everything. So, you said, I remember you telling me, off camera before that you were modeling at a young age.
I wouldn't say modeling. I was doing pageants and shit a lot.
Shit.
Yeah.
So being in that you were, coming up from like, you were coming from humble beginnings. It was kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
How did you, seeing that your parents were to, spent that bag on you and put you into that shit, into, fought through, the not poverty, but the financial, fuck arounds and got you into that pageantry life. How do you feel that, that gave you motivation for like, not gave you motivation, but taught you, I got to fight through this motherfucker to get here?
Well, honestly, it was the way that like not even just in pageants. I did a lot of shit. I did like baton twirling, basketball, Girl Scout.
Hold on, you was doing like baton, like
competition baton twirling.
If I gave you a cylinder object right now, you can twirl it.
A cylinder? Nah. If you give me like a pole, like it kind of looked like this. Like if it was like a little like.
I'm looking for something.
Something
right
like a rod. Yeah, I could twirl that shit around.
You did it like rhythmically, like the shit.
Yeah, to like music and shit, like the dance and shit. Throw that shit up. Say shit. Yeah.
That's fucking lit.
All right, I got some real like different talents.
Do you still? When's the last time you like attempted to do this shit?
Like in actuality, I haven't done like classes or anything of the sort since I was like 15, 16. But like every now and then, if I'm holding something, I'll just twirl that shit around. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking around. It's kind of just like second nature. You know what I mean?
So, what kind of kid were you like?
I was bad as fuck. I was a very smart kid, but I was bad. As far as
what kind of things were you doing?
I really wasn't even that bad, but it seemed like I was bad because my mom was mad strict. Like I had friends that was doing like wild shit. It was just like I talked too much. I talked back. I had a mouth. I still got a mouth. I had a badass little mouth on me. I would get in a lot of trouble like at school and shit. I never got in trouble as far as like suspensions or anything like that because I was always a kiss ass to like teachers and shit. But I definitely would get a lot of like calls into the office, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Just mostly my mouth, if I'm being honest. Oh, I was sneaky too. I sneak out a lot. Yeah.
Well, we sneaking out, meeting up with boys?
It really depended. I could be not being no thotty. I would meet up with like my female friends and just go run the streets just to walk around and shit like that.
So, all right, here's my whole thing though. If you're running the streets, what are you running the streets for? What are you looking for?
You know what's funny is that like we wasn't looking for no niggas. So my friend lived on Judith. I had a friend that lived on Judith. So like my mom wasn't really like, my mom was mad strict. She didn't really like me going to hang out with friends and shit. So like how I would do it was sneaking out. That's when I could go do some chill shit with my friends. My mom happened to work. She knows now. You know, you my homie, love you, biggest supporter. She would work 7 and leave the house at like 7 p.m. and not come home till like 7, 8 a.m. So nigga, I was lit. I just live with my brother. Oh, I'm out. Once I realize I can go, I'm out of there.
You ever had to run from any crackheads?
No. I never had to. No.
Well, I'm not. Yo, listen. So I'll tell you, in my situations, like sneaking out and shit. I don't know what you were doing, but we were like trying to walk through the woods. We were doing like wild.
Yeah, shit. I was doing crazy. I was just walking to Judith. That seemed like scary enough. And walking up beach was really like crazy enough to me. So you playing in the woods over there is wild. You really didn't care.
Yo, one time we saw 2 crackheads having sex. I'm not even like, this is no joke. I will never forget. That's the most calm
shit I've ever heard.
I will never forget. Yo, I was about 14 years old. Me and my friends were all, shout out my boy David. Yo, we all took bottles from my friend's mom's, like under her thing, her bar or whatever. So we all walked into the woods to just try to chug these bottles and we'll be saucy and walk around, be outside. But the difference is we were looking for trouble. Like we were looking for trouble. Yeah, I wasn't
looking for no trouble. That was my trouble. I just wanted to be out the fucking house.
What were you doing on J Block?
I would go to my friend Lizette's house.
At what time? At 2 a.m.
No, I wasn't out at 2 a.m. This was at like 8 p.m. I was walking up the, you know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I was home by like 11,
bro,
12.
At 8 p.m. Jesus Christ. You're sneaking out at 8 p.m. Okay. What is your mom? She sleep?
No, she was at work. I told you she left for work at 7 p.m.
I
was sneaking out because she would have the neighbors watching me because of this, because of me going out without telling her.
Your neighbors would rat?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. What? They'd be right on her phone. I'll be like 2 blocks up or another town over. She talking about some bring your ass home. Oh. Girl, how'd you know? She was on the money. All my neighbors knew. She knock on the door. She was close with a lot of them because we all like grew up together in Homestead.
Did you ever get your get back on your neighbors?
Nah, I knew it was out of love. They was just trying to protect me. That was a crazy time. You know, girls my age was getting snatched up. There was a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So I knew deep down they was just trying to do the right thing. You know, just trying to protect their friend little girl.
So you weren't trying to live a fast life at a point in time?
Nah, I didn't try to live a fast life at all until after I got out of high school. Like, then I was like, oh, damn, I feel like I missed out on mad shit. Like, I couldn't do a lot of shit. Just to go to a party, I had to hope it was on the night my mom was working.
Well, maybe do you think that your mom might have been doing the right thing? Because, like, not for nothing, a lot of girls get into shit at a young age and they're not even, like, mature enough to handle, like, the situations that
I
they're
think
in.
she absolutely was right for doing those things. So we had a family friend when I was in, like, this is when it changed. I was, like, 10. She had a family friend, rest in peace. I don't know, she went along with it, and her name was Becky. She was, like, probably in her early 20s at the time when this happened, but I don't know if you guys remember that story. It was all over the news. She got her, she was taken kidnapped from, like, a club or something. No. They found her body burning up in Connecticut. She was, like, raped and all that shit. Yeah, crazy shit. And her mom happened to be very close to my mom. They were family friends. So when that happened, it was like a switch went off for my mom. She wasn't going for nothing. Social media, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't allowed to have social media?
Yeah, I still had it, though. I would get in trouble for that shit all the time. She found my AIM, my MySpace, everything, Twitter, everything.
What was your AIM name?
Damn, what was my shit? I don't even remember. It was like Tay Man or Tay MN something. I couldn't even tell you.
Tay Sosa?
Nah, that was as of 2019. That was actually a joke. Tay Sosa came from, like, a joke. I was talking to a nigga, and then my friends, like, was like, oh, like they just changed my name as a joke, and then it just kind of stuck from there. People just kept, like, calling me it.
Was the nigga
People still
a
call
rapper?
me it. Nah, he was a DJ.
Oh, so you tried to sneak up on, okay.
Type shit. And it really was a joke at first. This was before I was, like, into social media and shit like that. Like, I was just chilling. I probably maybe had, like, 4,000, 5,000 followers. Like, if that, just a bitch on fucking Instagram type shit.
Does a nigga's litness matter on you being interested in him?
No, I'd rather a regular nigga. The lit niggas are the ones I be wanting to rock.
What's a regular nigga to you, though? Cause
like, I want a nigga that work a 9 to 5. Like, just don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer a nigga, he got, like, maybe, like, 3,000 followers, like, at most.
All right, so
on Instagram.
You say a nigga from 9 to 5, but what are your expectations from a 9 to 5 nigga?
Just be a good man, just work. Like, I don't have no expectations, because unless we're in a relationship, if I'm being honest, I really don't like to set expectations on people, because what am I setting that expectation on you for? I don't even know what you could offer me, and I don't know what I could offer you yet. We still haven't even discussed if we gonna be a thing or if we're not. Like, I don't like to place an expectation. Now, if we have a conversation about what we looking for, then I'm gonna place it. Okay, because you said this, this, and this, and I'm going off your word. That's my expectation.
So you want the nigga to show his expectations first before you give out your expectations?
Nah, I just want there to be a conversation as to what the expectations are before we sit there. All right, like, let's sit. If we know, all right, we've been talking for a little bit, we know we want to consider talking, then we need to sit down and have a conversation and discuss, like, all right, what are you going for? What am I going for? What are we not going for? Things of that sort. Because then I can gauge, okay, well, of course I'm going to expect this of you. I'm going off of your word. I'm big on that. Like, as a man, I feel like your word is everything. So whatever you tell me, I'm going to go based off of. That's how I'm moving. How you treating me, what you telling me, I'm going based off of that.
All right, so I'm going to put you in a scenario. So you meet dude says you ain't got to do nothing. The first question is, are you actually going to not do nothing?
What do you mean not do nothing? Like
if he says you ain't got to do nothing, I'll take care of everything. However you want to live.
I don't think, like, as much as I would be saying, like, I would love somebody to just pay all my bills for me, I couldn't see myself not working. I'm very big. I went through a lot of things in my life, so I always made it a point to myself to never leave where I put my head at night in somebody else's hands. So even if he's paying all the bills and I'm Gucci, then I'm using that to be smart enough to build myself a business in the meantime and build my own income in the meantime. Because that's a luxury. Like, you taking care of all my bills, I'm financially free. I would be stupid to not, like, put myself in a position to be Gucci in the event that something happens. You know what I'm saying?
If a man asked you for a prenup, would you respect it, or would you feel some type of way?
Nah, I'm respecting it, cause, like, not for nothing, I might want a prenup.
Even at any level, let's just say he's a fucking, I don't know, landscaper. You know what I mean? And you with him, whatever. He's a good guy, everything good guy, but he's just, you know.
Being that he wants that prenup, then that's his business. At the end of the day, it's my responsibility to make sure I'm Gucci. I'm not. That's what I mean, though. Like, you could take care of everything, and he wants that prenup. Then I need to make sure I'm Gucci on my end, on the back end, that if something happens, I'm good. Like, whatever, take your fucking prenup. I don't need your shit. I'm Gucci. I'm not relying on you for that. Like, that's just me, though. I can't really, like, I don't know. Some females probably be like, nah, like I'm not signing that. Nigga, I'm gonna be honest. I might want the prenup because of my career path. If it goes a certain way, should you be entitled to have my heart? I've been busting my ass since I was 21 in this game. You gonna get half of my earnings? Like, nah. I might want the prenup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is.
It sounds like you do think on a black and white level, like not with a little bit more logic as far as the relationship. As far as what it sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think that the way you were raised shaped the way you look at the way you move now?
I think absolutely. I think how I was raised kind of like I guess I don't know. That's a really good question. I mean, maybe I guess so. That's a really good fucking question. I just feel like a lot of my viewpoints came from watching shit be the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like watching shit not work out. I feel like I was taught more what not to do. And now I'm kind of from knowing what not to do, narrowing down what to do. You know what I'm saying?
How big is like not continuing the cycle like on your priority list as far as like, you know, finding a significant other and moving forward as far as that?
Huge, because I feel like being that I'm a female and who knows, I'm gonna be a mother one day. I might have a daughter or something, or even a son. I want to show them what you should be, you know, in. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you realize it or not, no matter how young your child is, they can recognize what's going on if there's a bad dynamic in a relationship and things of that sort. I am at that age where kids factor into everything I think about going forward in life. So I think if I'm going to be with somebody, it need to be a dynamic in front of the child that like is a good dynamic. You know?
You grew up with a lot of confusion?
Yeah, absolutely.
You mind speaking about it a little bit?
Well, for starters, I'm mixed. So, you know, you make the jokes you want. It sounds cliche.
Me and her are basically, by the way, for the people, me and her are basically like almost like soul twins in a sense, like where we like have almost had the same experience of like growing up, and we're mixed. We had like weird family dynamics, a lot of brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
You know, so there's gonna be a lot of relatability, by the way.
My twin. My twin for real. I ain't big though.
I mean,
I was though, so I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now, because if I was a white boy from like Wading River, you might be too. You know what I mean? You might be a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a little big. So
I'm just.
They gonna look at me like, girl.
So when you speak, you gotta understand. There's a whole world. It ain't just BBW lovers and niggas like me.
I'm big in like the sense of like it's circumstantial if I'm big or not.
Nigga said not big in the sense of weight.
You big in every circumstance. My big is circumstantial.
Nigga over here quoting Lil Wayne. Big, and not in the sense of weight, more like colossal.
Exactly. You're not thinking.
You a little
for
nigga.
Real.
Shut up. Anyway, speaking about back to the confusion. You know, outside of growing up mixed, you know, did you feel like, you know, you had adults like let's say family gatherings, whatever, the older adults sometimes whispering and like you'd be like, oh, what'd you say? Oh, nothing.
Yeah, all the time. It was interesting when you grow up mixed because I'll go around my mom's side of the family, like upstate and shit. And sometimes, like, there was times where as much as I love my family and as loved as they made me feel, I was like the first. Now there's mad mixed babies in the family on my mom's side. But, like, me and my brother was kind of like the trendsetters. Like, we was the first mixed kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was really like the first mixed kid. Like, we walked so these niggas could run. Like, civil rights. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga's stupid.
I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? We was really the ones. We started that trend in the family. So there wasn't many of them growing up. I would always feel, like, kind of weird sometimes at, like, family functions. I'd be like, I don't know. They weren't rude to me, but sometimes you feel a little look, or like they talk to you a little different than the other kids. Like they're a little more comfortable talking to the other kids.
What about like with your parents' relationship and everything?
The confusion was I would always see like my friends' families and their parents' dynamics sometimes, and I'd be like, what is the normal dynamic then? Like, how are they supposed to act? Like, if how they're acting with each other isn't like a common thing amongst other families, like, what the fuck is going? Why are they acting like this?
Did you feel like? Did you when like did it? How did like everything like you finally put everything perspective? Did it almost hit you like a brick wall of like, wow, this is everything, or did you like kind of know, about you? Were you lied to for many years, or did you kind of
Nah, they
already
never hid
know?
that shit. We knew what it was.
Mm.
It was in front of us. It wasn't like I wouldn't necessarily say it was my mom. She didn't like that arguing and shit in front of us and shit. My pops though, I don't think he really even thought about it. Like he had that mentality like they kids because we was so young. Like my mom and
Mm-hmm.
dad really like split when I was like 10, so we was young really. Like at least I was really young. So and nah, I knew. I always knew. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It was just kind of one of those things you just didn't speak on. You just knew.
Do you regret not regret, but do you look back and be like, damn, maybe I should have spoke a little bit more?
I think I wish I had more outlets to speak because I think that contributed to how like bad I was because I didn't. It wasn't like I never even thought about talking to nobody about it because that it was such a taboo thing to talk about outside of the house. Like you don't talk about those things. You don't leave a house and talk about those things.
One of the worst feelings is like feeling like lonely. Even like if you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of, people that love you, whatever, whatever. Some people it's tough to have someone to empathize with you because like,
Yeah,
you know, if you don't feel that, or even if I can break it down to you every step, every feeling, everything of the way, if you don't understand it, if you didn't live it, if you didn't, it's very hard.
yeah,
And I'll tell you this, like I can honestly say, like a lot of the situations I grew up witnessing, and I was very me personally. I'm still the same way. Like I play dumb. I
Hmm.
play dumb. I kind of like nonchalant, whatever. I let everything like
yeah. I
I
was real quiet. Like I just wouldn't. It's just some shit you're not speaking on.
yeah yeah and as I got older, I learned like why were you so quiet? Why were you so
Me,
so
yeah,
secretive about everything? I'll be honest. I was almost embarrassed to like speak on shit for like
yeah.
years.
Cause it's so absurd. Like I used to literally think like I can't talk to my friends about this shit even if I wanted to. That shit, they got a normal dynamic. They don't know. They wouldn't understand. Like that's mad weird.
They, mind you, and I know your pops is very involved in sports. My
Yeah,
dad was very involved in my, sports career. Your dad is very involved in your sports and your brother's sports. Well, at least your brothers that I
I
know.
didn't play football, so he
Well,
wasn't that interested. I played
yeah, you
basketball.
play ball.
Yeah, he would be on like my track shit though, cause he understood it a little more. He would be
Okay,
on my basketball games, but it wasn't really his forte.
okay, okay. But your dad is a big sports dad. My dad was a big sports dad. Uh, I'm even thinking like, damn, like all these niggas know my pops. So if I open up about my pops
Exactly.
to these niggas, now they're gonna one is gonna give niggas ammo to try to cut ass, and that's not a situation I'm a joke about. That's
Right.
a situation that I'm ready to kill about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's some shit that like that's another reason too. Like I was such a hothead.
Mm-hmm.
I had such a bad temper. I couldn't even imagine now somebody fixing their mouth to ever speak. I'm like now I'm more comfortable about talking about my shit. I really
Mm-hmm.
don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bothers me in that regard. Like talking about it. But if for you to like disrespect me and
Yeah,
speak on it like crazy, oh, now it's like okay,
bitch, what?
yeah, I'm finna whoop your ass. It's not even a question in my mind. Like that's crazy.
You ever did you ever try to open up to anyone growing up?
If I'm being honest, not really. I mean, not till I got into like when I really started getting into trouble, like sixth grade, and then who did I open up? Honestly, I didn't really start opening up till I was in eighth grade, and they told me to avoid getting in like trouble and suspended for something I did. They just told me to get a mentor because I was considered short temper. I was going through some shit at the time at home that really just took me over the edge. And then
Mm-hmm.
somebody was fucking with me in class. I smacked the shit out of them, like right in front of the teacher, just pawned this shit. Like, shout out to you, Jordan. Cool kid.
Damn.
We're still cool to this day.
Damn.
But fucking smacked the shit out of him. And yeah, they was talking about, surrendering to me, all that nonsense. But to keep me out of the trouble because I had a good record, they were like, just get a mentor. And that was the first. His name was Mr. Lowe. He was my science teacher. First person I ever spoke to about those things. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it definitely calmed me for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
till I got to high school and I didn't have that no more.
Was he? Give a little description on what he like. Was he a white dude?
He was
young,
Asian.
old, young.
He was young. He was an Asian nigga. And he was mad young. He was probably like in his early 20s. He no younger than like 23, 24, but he definitely wasn't older than like 26.
Did you feel that talking to him like he was able to relate to you? And...
He was mad funny. Like we would all
Mhm.
joke around with him in the class, call him Jeremy Lin, like all the kids. Like we would clown this nigga. Like he was mad cool. He would joke right back at us. He'd be like, "Yo, you look fat when you cry."
Oh,
like,
God.
yeah, he was weak. Like, I still say that to this day because it's mad funny. A girl was dead ass crying in class, and he was like, "Yo, don't cry. Like, you look fat when you cry." Like, he was mad. Yo, he was mad cool. Like, shout out to you, Mr. Lowe. He was mad cool, and so I feel like because of that, it made it so easy to just talk to him. He was like, "Yo, like, what's going on? Like, you're a good kid. Like, you get good grades. Like, what's going on?" And from there, I just talked to him like every day at lunch, whatever, and it just came natural.
Mm. So you live your semi-sheltered, have the sneak out life. Only going to J Block apparently.
Yo, J Block is crazy.
Never meeting up with any niggas apparently. Never doing nothing. You know, always A-okay.
Listen, if I was meeting up with niggas because they was my boyfriend, so I was sneaking out to go hang out with them at a park or some shit. Right. We ain't have no cars.
So this is only I'm speaking on like if we were in high school mentality because this was always a little bit of an argument in high school. Girls would always justify. I'm not talking about you per se. But girls would always justify having like 15 different boyfriends in a year. And maybe given, let's just say, because we're young, so we're not able to just get all the cheeks in the world.
Right.
So let's just say girls had 15 boyfriends and catted about 7 of them. Is that hoeing?
That's fucking wild. If I'm being honest, at that age,
I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm saying at that age it's crazy. I'm saying because at my age, I wasn't doing that. Like, I'm not going to lie. When I was 14, I had a boyfriend for 6-7 months. We broke up, dated another guy for 6 months. No, for like 2-3 months. I never did anything with them. At the most, like
I'm not accusing you of anything, Taylor. I want to know what you think.
I think that is hoeing. That's why I'm saying that because I was at that age and I wasn't doing no shit like that. After those 2 boyfriends, I was with a nigga for like a year and 6.5 months. I was in serious ass relationships, and that's who I lost my virginity to like 6 months in. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, they was bugging the fuck out if they doing some shit like that.
So going from being like having like that boyfriend mindset, all that, and then going into the world that you ended up stepping into later, what was that like? Seeing like how some bitches is really just stone cold hoes. There's nothing wrong with it. Like realistically, realistically though, I don't believe there's anything wrong with being a hoe. But like just
only a hoe-ness.
Having like, being one way and then just seeing people that are just extreme. It'll fuck you up a little. Like, oh shit, damn.
I'm not gonna lie. I encountered a lot of females that be wilding. I'd be like, what? Because to me, it doesn't make no sense. Like, I don't know. I can't really. I guess maybe it's how they grew up. I can't really speak on that.
What's the shit that you were like, you nasty bitch?
Damn. Oh, so I'm not gonna lie. I got a good story for y'all. I was with my friend Rachel. Shout out to you, Rachel. I was with my homie Rachel. This was back in like I want to say 2019, yeah. And we was hanging out with like Rachel friend or whatever, and then they was like, nah, this was before I modeled. This was when I was being outside. Yeah, this was when I was just this was when I was just Tay Sosa. I was just running the streets. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was just running, whatever. Thought I was a hubba, just doing whatever. So fucking, we was chilling. And then the girl was like, oh, like, I got these niggas out in Unity that want to see me. And mind you, we chilled with them before. And me and my friend Rachel, we got beef with them niggas. Because, like, the last time we chilled, it was on some dumb shit. And back then, me and Rachel was, like, men. So, like, you talk crazy to us, we're going to talk crazy right back. Like, we'll fight you. Like, we didn't care. Like, if you was a guy or girl, like, we just going to hit you. Like, you're bugging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, real ghetto. So, we was like, nah. And she didn't drive. And I was the only one that drove. So, she was like, can you just give me a ride there? Whatever, you could wait outside. Like, you don't have to come inside. And I was like, well, I'm not finna wait inside. And then it didn't click that how many niggas, when I tell you how many niggas was there, it's like, damn, you was cool with me waiting outside. Yo. So I was like, why would I wait outside in this hot ass fucking car with Rachel when we could just come inside, we'll wait like in the lobby or some shit, or it was like a suite.
It was a telly?
It was a telly, yeah. They had like a 1-bedroom suite. So I was like, yo, and wait till I get there, bro. It gets worse. So I'm like, why would I wait that it's a 1-bedroom suite? I'll just sit in the fucking living room, watch the TV, and then you could fucking, because we wanted to eat too. And I was big on like no food in my car and shit. So and we go inside with her. These niggas are, we walk in. It's like 6 niggas. And then like it clicks. And I'm like, yo, she was really about to have us sit in the car and there's 6 niggas in here. I let that slide. I was like, whatever. Like, so me and Rachel, we sitting there. I still have snaps from this day. We're like, I had shades on. She had shades on. We both had our hoods up. And we just talking shit into my snap. Like, look at these bum ass niggas. Like, then we arguing with the niggas on camera because they're like, get out. And we're like, no, fuck you. Like, and fucking, we chilling, we waiting. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna be right back. She going to the bathroom. Now we just start seeing niggas rotating out the bathroom because there's like a door where you can go through the closet to get into the bathroom, or you can go through the bathroom door. Now we see niggas coming out the closet. Out the closet, nigga. They rotating. They coming out. They fixing their shit. They putting their shirt on and pulling their pants up. And we like, I'm like, all right, this is enough. I'm like, Rachel, go get your fucking friend. Like, I'm ready to go. It's like 3 a.m. We're still in Uniondale, bro. Go get that bitch out the bathroom. Let's go. She's bugging out, bro. Now she's doing a lot. And she goes to go open the door. My friend Rachel, she says she sees a camera, so she shuts the fucking door. And now we're on hots because now it's like, oh, these niggas is recording you too, and yeah, out with us acting like this. So now I'm banging on the door. Let's go. Nigga, you're mad young and you doing stupid shit like this. I'm the oldest here. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was so mad. And then she comes out and she's giggling and shit. Nigga, we was just sitting out waiting for you while you getting your shit ran through for the last like 2 hours.
This wants to get crazy.
She went too crazy though. Like, this getting crazy, and then there's that. Like, that's wild.
So, being, you was running around outside, and then, like I said, you got into the dancing, you got into the whatever. Where was a moment that you were like, damn, I may have went too far? I feel like the
dancing and shit, like the dancing, the bartending, like, it's cool. It's decent money. I got to do what I got to do. I got big girl bills, and I pay all my bills. I got like $3,000 a month worth of bills.
I'm
like,
talking about
saying?
Where do you feel, has there ever been a situation that you felt maybe you gone too far, or like, damn, this is not what I'm trying to do. Like, you know what I mean? You found yourself in a situation where you was like, damn, I really ended up like this, or damn,
I was dancing at a club in the city, and just talking to this like old, like nasty, like looking nigga. Like, he was just hit. He's flirting with me, whatever. And when you in there, you gotta put on like a whole persona. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be like a fantasy. I gotta be sweet and be nice and listen to all your bullshit. And this man, he's talking to me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, am I really listening to this man talk about his divorce to me just in the hopes that he'll give me some fucking dollars? Nigga, not even halfway through that conversation, I was so aggravated, like, in my mind, that I was even even dealing with this. Like, he just looked like scum, you know what I'm saying? Like, and how, like, it just felt mad degrading. He got, like, his hand on, like, the nape of my ass type shit while he's talking to me about this shit. And I'm sitting there like, And in my head, I was like, oh, I can't do this bullshit. Because that's not even me for real. I'm a jokester. I'm a fucking clown. Like, I'm a little ass kid. I like to play bowl and shit like that.
Ugly
you know what
too.
I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So what do they, you know what I'm saying? So what do y'all even want me for? But that's neither here nor there. In the middle of that conversation, I grabbed my little money bag. I got up. I left.
Like home? Straight home?
Yep. I went right the fuck home. I was so disappointed in myself. Nah, I was just like, nah, this is not what I want. You know what I'm saying? This is not. I knew from then on, like, I need not get comfortable with this shit just because, like, my generation hypes that shit up on social media doing that shit. I know deep down I don't really like believe in that shit. I don't really like care for it. Hey, listen, you could do whatever the fuck you want to get money. That's your business, but I don't like how I feel when I do it. That being said, that's more important to me than any money, any dollar amount. Like, within like the next year, all that shit, I don't know. I don't even want no parts in it. That's not something, like, I know my intention behind it isn't bad, but it's definitely not something I would want to continue. It's not. I would never encourage somebody to really get into that unless they can mentally handle it.
What if someone offered you a stupid bag, though?
What do you mean? To do what? Like, just to dance?
I don't know. Whatever. Something that you against.
Nah, see, at the end of the day, how I see it, again, I'm very much the type of person that, like, I'm not a flashy person. Like, I don't give a fuck about money that much. I care enough to make sure my bills is paid and to make sure my mom's bills is paid, and that's it.
So the bag doesn't trump the morals?
Nah. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I got to do strictly to make sure my bills is paid. You know what I'm saying? I support myself, and then I help support my mother. Like, those is real bills. You know what I'm saying? And I get help with my brother and shit like that. But I'm not for the sake of just getting more fucking money. Nah. Whatever money I'm making right now, fast money wise, is to put me in a position to make money that gives me residual income, like to do like real estate or to invest into a business and put it in the right places, like to get me out of that shit. Because that's not even, to me, that's not even worth it. It's dead now. It's not worth your mental peace. Like, you'll never feel good about yourself.
Would you ever have a sugar daddy?
No, I don't feel like.
Have you ever had one?
Have I ever had? I wouldn't say I had a sugar daddy. I had like a little trick or whatever, but like. That's the problem. Like, after a while, they gonna want to start wanting shit from you sexually, and it's like, nah, I'm not even going for it. Nah.
You ever did the feet pic shit?
Nah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it, but I don't know how to get into it. Cause I'd rather do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And bitches be some normal ass nurses be banking the fuck out on that shit.
I never forget. There was a chick that I worked with. She literally went like a block over, had a nigga like literally like sniffing her feet, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. You're not doing that shit. Yo, this bitch sent me a snap of this nigga, like this white dude just like, I'm like, nigga,
yeah,
what the fuck? Like in his car, just in the car in like a parking lot. Just sniffing her feet.
Because niggas are
and
sick.
she wasn't even online.
You know what's funny about this day and age? Some men be talking down on the bitches that get into that shit, and it's like that shit wouldn't exist if it wasn't for y'all. Bitches is just capitalizing on that shit.
Would you sell your panties?
Would I sell my? No, I feel like that's weird. Like
you wouldn't do like fart jars and shit. Like
yo, you come around me asking for some fart jars, nigga. You finna do hard time, nigga.
Bro.
You're going to jail. Don't ask me no shit like that.
For
now,
a band, a nigga tells
jail.
you to fart in a jar for a band. You not farting in that jar. I'll fart in the jar for you. I can name
like 10 other ways to go get that band.
I'll fart in the jar for you.
All right, if that's the deal with making it, as long as you gonna be the designated farter. So when
Let
somebody
me tell you something. If you catch
then
me,
we can't do it now. We done gave it up. Now they know it's your farts in the jar, nigga. Why would you say that? We could have talked off camera and then I had a business
there
going.
might be a market for me. There might be a market for me.
Put your picture on the front of the jar.
Like this. Like this.
It's a baddie for real. She a baddie. She's showing her panties. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo.
So, what is the plan? You say you want to divert from modeling and dancing and whatnot.
Nah, just modeling. Like I want to take my modeling more seriously in a more commercial and editorial sense, more fashion sense. Like now I do more runway shows. I work with a lot more brands. I want to be more of an influencer in that route. That's what I'm trying to get into. As far as like fallback plans, like career wise, I definitely want to get into like Airbnb arbitrage, real estate, things like that. Get back to teaching. I wanted to be a teacher at one point. It's no money in that, but that's just something I want to do. I always wanted to like open my own daycare. So at some point, that's the point of getting all this money.
Kids.
I love the little ones. I love them. That's why I don't have none of my own.
Do you worked in the disability field, not disabled field?
Yeah, that's wild. Yes, actually, I've worked with adults with special needs. I currently work in a group home, but I used to work at a day hab, and then I've also worked with children with special needs.
Working in that group home, how much did that, like, not to say you weren't domesticated before, but how much did that teach you about, like, how to, run a home and...
If I'm being honest, I didn't even learn it from that. I was a nanny young, and I was I was a daycare teacher. Like I had daycare teacher with like little infants from when I was like 20 to 21.
You were cooking and shit too?
No, I would just, when I was a nanny, I was cooking and shit, making the baby food and shit. They were only a couple months old. And then as I got the older kids, when I actually went to the daycare, I would say that if anything, domesticated me more, because especially the nannying really domesticated, because it was like I was playing their mother for like 8, 9, like not even 8, 9. I was there from like 6 a.m. till like 8, 9 at night with these twin 4 or 5 month olds for like 5 days a week. That was basically their mother for like, you know what I'm saying, for like 3 months type shit. I would say that domesticated me at first. What I will say this job definitely taught me is a lot more, working with the special need adult is a lot more self-reflection. I've learned a lot from working with these guys as far as like my temper goes. Like they have a lot of like psychiatric issues, like anxiety, things of that sort. And I was able to learn a lot of like patience and shit working with them. I will say that.
Random off topic, but I don't know why. I feel like I gotta ask you this. How do you feel about feminism in 2023?
I feel like a lot of it isn't utilized the way the intention, like I feel like the movement of feminism and the idea and concept was like misconstrued throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's the same. I feel like now a lot of women try to use that as an excuse to just not sit on their ass and do nothing.
It turned into
you got to pay for everything, take care of me, and I don't got to do nothing, and I just got to exist.
It's almost like it turned from empowerment to the dodging of accountability.
Exactly. It's like, honey, that's not how it works. And then like I'm supposed to feel bad when you ain't got nothing to your name. You ain't got nothing. What are you passing down to your kids? Like that's not how you build generational wealth or anything of the sort. Just you gotta take care of everything, and a lot of those girls, and I love to stir shit up because y'all y'all just sensitive. And I love to stir shit up. But a lot of fucking females will expect that all of a nigga and have nothing to bring to the table. You don't cook, you don't clean, you don't even got basic survival skills.
Yo,
but
dog.
you want him to make you a wife and a mother of his kid. What the fuck are you about to teach them kids? What are you really you trying to be you want him to make the mother and wife, the mother of his kids and his wife, and you ain't even got nothing to teach the kids. How are you taking care of those kids? You can't
Well, what's more important to you though? Because like you sound like your mothering is important, in your life and to a T, to an extent. I mean, what's more important to you, starting a family and doing that, or getting yourself right?
I feel like at this age, I know for me at least, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want that simple life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's family is very important to me. I've always wanted kids. I love babies. I love kids. I always wanted to be a mother and feel that type of a love. But I don't feel as though I would be able to have that adequately and have exactly what I'm looking for if I don't work on myself first. You know what I mean? So I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. At least at my age, I got nothing but friends that have kids. We young, but like they all seem to have kids.
How many of these kids are out of wedlock though?
All of them.
Exactly.
So that's why I feel like it's important for me to take the time to work on myself and make sure I'm getting how I want it now, than to just, all right, I want a kid. Let me just go bust it open and have a fucking kid because I want a kid bad. No, I feel like I know that now I'm at that age where I could have a kid at any point. So I need to be on my P's and Q's. Because realistically, again, I could have kids at any fucking point. I'm 23, about to be 24 in a month. At any point, I could pop up pregnant. And I need to make sure that no matter what my circumstance might be, even if I don't, happen to do it the right way. Because, I mean, I've gotten this far without fucking up. Yeah. So, but if it happens, it happens. I need to make sure that I'm good to be able to take care of the child, because postpartum depression and things like that are very real. And when you're not right in your head beforehand and you don't got shit together beforehand, it translates to after.
100%. Yeah. So should have you fucked up.
Yeah, heavy. I see it firsthand.
I seen a shorty that was just tweaking, and like I remember, it was fucked up because like she turned to me and was like, "Why am I like this?" Like I used to work with her too. Another chick I used to work with, but she literally turned like, "Why am I like this? I just don't understand." I felt so bad for her because I'm like, "Yo." I don't know. I was like, I don't know. You out here like, just wilding, shorty. Like,
yeah, you just wilding. Like your doctor wouldn't even be able. It's just the hormones.
Yeah.
The chemical imbalances go crazy after a child.
All right, so, you just, so not just so you know, but as a lot of women that like really do work on themselves and like really, kind of not to say want to be that boss bitch, not to say you want to be that. But like, kind of go for that boss bitch, whatever. They chronically find themselves, by themselves. Do you worry about that?
I feel like that tends to happen when you live heavily in your masculine energy. It's kind of like a lot of I feel like when that's your sole end goal, you're just focused on like just money, and business. It's like you just become, that's just real like I don't know, I just feel like that's real like masculine energy. Like you're not really focusing on like the nurturing part of life and like the love part of life, so it probably does play a role for some people. For me, I don't care. I'm doing what I do modeling because that's a dream of mine. I'm very big in like, my mom wanted to model at one point. I feel like I'm young. I don't have no kids. This is the perfect time for me to be chasing my dreams and see what could. So so that when I'm older, I like to live a life with no regrets. With no regrets. So I don't want to get older and then be like, damn, I wish I tried that when I have the opportunity. It's in my hands. I might as well take this shit as far as I can and see where it goes. But my end goal isn't that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like overall, I just want to get, have a simple life, get married, kids, have like that's way more important to me than money. So I don't think I necessarily like worry about that. Because I know what it is.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yo, I tell, like, I have these conversations with females, like, over 30, whatever, and I'm like, yo, just live.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to come.
Yeah, when you focus, like, if all I focused on is the negative, let's just say, in my reality, the negative is, I don't have a man, or I can't get, you know what I mean? I can't, whatever.
You're always going to live in that reality.
You're going to always live in that reality. If your reality is, I want to get to this step in my life, and on that path, you happen to find that person that's walking that can walk that path with you. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, you can't walk with anyone that can't walk in your path.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how much you want to force it, no matter how what, like, they are going to have to walk in your path and you're going to have to walk in theirs. You know what I mean? And maybe in you know, the perfect scenario, y'all paths can merge together. You know what I mean? What actually, you know, what is like your thought on like individuality in a relationship?
I think that you don't have if I feel like to have individuality in a relationship, you need to have self-awareness. I feel like most women, not most women, but I feel like a lot of women in these scenarios, they don't even have the fucking self-awareness to even be looking for any relationship. Like, you looking for something, you don't even know what you want. You don't even know what you got going on. Like,
you ever seen the niggas with the like Desiree and Isaiah as a Facebook?
Yeah, you give me
Bro,
something.
I swear to God, son. I swear to God, when I see niggas with like Zoe and Lenny,
The
Edwards,
couple pages.
I swear to God, I think that there's some kind of abuse going on in those relationships.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit is the corny. Listen, I had a couple's Instagram when I was like 19 with a nigga. It is
Was
so
it abusive?
Fucking,
was it abusive?
bro?
Was it abusive
It wasn't
relationship?
abusive, but he
Okay.
was cheating on me like you wouldn't believe, nigga. He was dogging bitches down. What?
How?
I feel like that shit is stupid. It's kind of like you trying to prove that you you love somebody. Bitch, if I love you, I just fucking love you.
Yo, son, another thing.
What the fuck? The social media shit fake as fuck. Your favorite couples hate each other on the low.
Another pet peeve I see that like I see is when like girls be too hyped to have a man. Like, all right, shorty, we get it. You've been single for 8 years. We get it. You've only got nothing but dick and nothing serious for 8 years. It's okay. You don't gotta post every 5. No, I love my man.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be me and my next time. My me. But honestly, I don't feel like. Actually, nah. I'm probably not gonna post it that much. Like, I might post it here and there, but it's not gonna be all the time.
It's just like
I feel like that's not realistic. You don't like that motherfucker all the time.
You know, exactly. It gets to the point where it's like, are you just trying to like? You just want to show off that you have a man at this point, and it's like, all right, now realistically, having a significant other, it doesn't matter realistically in the grand scheme of life. At the end of the day, it's about the mark that you make on life, not the mark that you and him or you and her can make on life. It doesn't fucking matter. So you showing off that simple shit, it isn't gonna get you any better or anyone around you any better. Fuck that. You better off posting a fucking mental health meme. A Pat Bertel meme.
Shut the fuck up. Yo, dead ass though. Half the time they posting that shit like that. I know, cause I was one of them. They was getting cheated on again. Like, just all types of wild shit. Like, I'm trying to like, though, that's like you marking your territory. Like, oh yeah, that's mine. Now I wouldn't listen. The last like 5 years, I wasn't posting no nigga. It wasn't happening like that. Like, and not that I purposely avoid it. I might post them in like a close friends or or like a private story, but otherwise, nah. Because I do believe in the evil eye as well. So bitches will come out the woodworks like, oh yeah, I fucked him, and they might not actually have done anything, like, at all.
You ever been lied to on a situation like that?
Have I ever had that happen? I did have like a fake account hit me up one time with this kid I was dealing with. We wasn't even like together for real. We was just in a situationship. And some random fake page was like, yeah, like, they didn't even say they was fucking him. They was just like, oh, I'm his ex and da-da-da-da. Bro, what are you telling me that for? Like, don't come to me talking about some shit that don't even have no parts in me. Like, what are you telling me that for?
Yo, I've never had a situation with a fake page. Well, I had a situation outside of, like, that happened to someone else with the fake page, but they used the fake, like, all right, fuck it. Cat, when we first started dating, I commented on my friend. My friend was he's a photographer. He posted like a nude shoot he did, and I said, "Yo, if you need an assistant, let me know." Like, that was the comment.
Oh, you thought you was funny? I'd have came across your jaw, bitch.
Joke,
you my nigga. I'm gonna come across
your.
Nigga. That's not funny on social media.
Right. Well,
save your jokes.
Well, that was my joke, and
she said the real joke, your jaw.
No. What had happened was, she like hits me like maybe later on. She was acting weird too, and I was like, nah, she can't be mad about that. No fucking way. So, cause I'm thinking like, you know, it's no big deal. So she sends me a screenshot like, yo, this DM just hit me up. And it was like saying your man posts comments like this, but he can't treat you like this. And I remember being like, she said it to me and I said, send me the screenshot. She sent me the screenshot, but it was like 5 minutes after like the time marked on the message. was like 5 minutes after she had told me like that situation.
Mm.
So I'm like, bitch, why are you sending me fucking fake ass?
Oh, she made that shit. Yeah, she
I'm like,
funny.
bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I ain't gonna lie, I did some shit like that once.
Talk about it. Ha!
So
were you looking stupid though? In your situation, were you looking stupid?
It actually aided me in like catching him. So like I did some shit to like pretty much test the waters, like as far as what was going on. So I said like a fake page like hit me up. I took it as far as like I made sure I timed it because I thought about it first before I brought it to his attention. I had a feeling. Mm-hmm. And one thing about me, I got into my intuition. That's gonna be on it. Mine should be on it every time. So I took a screenshot of the fake conversation and made like a little text now. Whatever. It said it was him. Boom, boom, boom. I immediately knew he was on bullshit because it was like his like me pressing him. He wasn't really worried about like what the context was. He was like, well, who the fuck is that? Like that was his concern. And then after that, he was like, oh, I'm gonna come show you my phone. And then he came, and then I went to take his phone. He wasn't going for it. He was like, nah. And that's when I knew. I was like, oh, he's getting sturdy. He's getting sturdy. Like that's crazy. You came over here to give it to me, and now you like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that.
What's the worst a dude ever did to you?
The silence is deafening because I got to name which one is the worst situation. That's a good one. That's a real good one. The worst thing. All right, my last situationship. I didn't know about this when I was with him. I actually just found out about this a couple months ago. But this is when I was like, oh, this nigga gotta hate me or something. He went as far as down to Delaware. Yo, not only was he in Delaware cheating on me with a girl.
Situationship or boyfriend?
He might as well. Nah.
No.
Here's why I say it's a situationship. Listen, man. Here's why I say it's a situationship. Because it was one of those things where like if I did something, he was up the block. He was at my house. Come outside.
Did he meet your mother?
Yes. He knew my whole family. He was at family events. I was at all his whole family knew me. We practically lived together. We practically lived together. The only reason we wasn't in no relationship was it was just because of the constant doing stupid shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to explain it, but we was basically together. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I posted some shit he didn't like, oh yeah, he's at my job. Okay. Come outside. We together, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be saying we not together, but if you in your car outside of my job crying, nigga. Okay. Because niggas ain't crying over no bitch that's not theirs.
Okay, so he was going to Delaware and
he was fucking his ex.
He was coast to coast cheating.
Yeah, and it went as far as in North Carolina around the same time he went down there. Because he was going down to North Carolina, so this was a road trip. He made a pit stop. He made a pit stop cheat and then went down to continue cheating because he went down to his other bitch that he's now been with for like a year now. And now they've been together for like a year on the low. And I remember he brought her up here and my friend seen him at the mall with the girl. And she was like, yo, da-da-da, like, what is that? I remember I pressed him. I was like, yo, you was out there with an arm around a bitch. He was like, that's just my friend. And then got mad at my friend for telling me that. It's like, and I would tell him, yo, if you fucking with somebody else, just tell me. Like, I don't care. Just tell me. But I think it was because he knew what was going to come with that. You tell me some shit like that. And if that's what we doing, that's what we doing. Like, I'm finna go do my own thing. But just tell me that's what you doing.
What's the worst thing you did to a nigga? Yeah. I don't want to hear no fucking bullshit either.
I was handsy, so maybe put my hands on it. You know what I think probably was the worst thing that I ever, it was something I said. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a real bad mouth. This kid, my ex before my last serious ex, we was arguing in the car, and this was after I found out he cheated on me. Cause that's the thing about me. If you cheat on me one time, don't listen to no bullshit I tell you. You might as well leave me. Leave me because I'm going to drag you through hell, bro. I'm going to say I'm going to get over it. I'm not going to get over it. I'm going to throw it up in your face. This is something that I'm realizing I did now. That like then this is probably the worst thing you could do to a nigga, especially if they're trying to prove that they're not going to do that shit again. Yeah. I'm going to pick at shit, start arguments. So this was one of those things where I kind of I don't even remember the argument. That's how I know it was probably some shit I just created. I just came up with the theory in my head, ran with it, and just was like, oh, yeah, you already did it. So this is whatever I just thought you did. So now I'm starting an argument. I remember I looked him dead in his eyes while he's crying to me, like upset. I'm screaming at him and shit. I'm like, yo, like, for all this, I should have just stayed with my ex. He might have fucking been a little aggressive with me, but at least that nigga never cheated on me. And I'll never forget him. Like, he was mad at first. And then as soon as I said that, it was like I did something. Like, I really felt like those words did something to him. You know, like immediately he's bawling, begging me to just get out of his car so he could just go home. And like, that's all he wanted was to go home and talk to his mom, bro. He's begging me. I'm like, nah, you got to deal with this. You wanted to cheat on me, Ray, so now you got to deal with it the same way I deal with everything.
So let's all right. So you cheated on him.
No, he cheated on me.
Oh.
He cheated on me. So I took that as like, once I feel like you did me wrong back then, at least in a relationship, I didn't realize this until I self-reflected this time around, like dealing with some shit. I was talking to a guy, I found out he did some shit, and I told him calmly, like, nah, we just gonna end this here. Because truthfully, you should be with somebody that's gonna be able to give you the love. Regardless of what you did, you need to now be with somebody that can love you the way you love them. I can't do that now. Now I'm gonna lie and say I can get past this. I used to watch like YouTube videos to try to get past that, nigga, and still would go through his phone, had all of his passwords, would still create scenario. Even he could be doing absolutely nothing.
This nigga had a YouTube therapist.
I was really like convincing myself I was gonna make this work, but the whole time was sabotaging it. And I was doing my own thing on top of that on a low. Like I was like,
so you I was getting my lick back. Let's talk about it.
I'm not gonna lie, and y'all probably don't know
what else we were doing.
Yeah, okay, wait, I'm getting there.
Because that was, I knew there was bullshit. I smelt it.
I'm not gonna lie. This is something I self-reflected on. So how I see it is, I'm either you cheat on me or some shit. This isn't always the case scenario, but in this case, after it was like 2-3 years of me of the cheating and shit like that. At that point, oh yeah, I'm doing you filthy. Are you crazy? I'm not gonna keep finding shit in your phone or that's my fault. I shouldn't have been going through your shit in the first place. I'm going there looking like I don't condone what niggas doing, but I manifested it for myself. The more I kept thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah, he definitely gonna do this on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to a point where I was starting arguments. Was sit in your face and cry and be like, I can't believe you did this to me. Started random ass fucking arguments with you. The whole time I'm still getting my lick back. Doing my own thing.
So you
talking to other niggas. I'm already looking for my next relationship. I'm finding my way out.
You were revenge
I wouldn't say outright. Like in my head, I didn't see it like that at the time.
I'll be honest. I fucked a lot of girls that were mad at their boyfriend in the moment. Like,
I wouldn't say I did that as
I remember being like, I remember like literally having like a girl that had a nigga and like spanking it and like afterwards like, cause I was cool. I was always super cool. So like we'd have a conversation and it'd be like, yeah, so how's everything going?
I was never cheating though. This was in our in between. Like I'd be like, we'll be taking a break.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I just know like there'd be situations where I'd be like, oh well, so what's going on? How's everything with yada da?
But that's when I learned cheating for women is different.
Yo, I remember the bitch being like, yeah, yada da pissed me off today. You know, he was being a dick. He was being a dick when he came home. I was like, oh, that's it. Yeah, you know. So I just figured I'd hit you up. Okay. I was.
Yeah. Right. That has nothing to do with me and everything to do with
y'all. In my
head,
I was just like, wow. Like these hoes cheat for less.
Yo, that's the thing. I don't know.
It's usually, but it's funny though, because it's usually like, with men, it's usually like, you know, she's bad.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga, that's the difference between females and men. We fuck who the fuck we want. Men fuck who they can.
No, but what I'm saying is like, when I was, you know, SNOY, Side Nigga of the Year, 2013.
Give yourself an acronym.
2012, 2013. 2012, 2013, I'd say. Maybe 2016, but, you know, who's counting? I remember, like, hearing some of the things that girls would say of why they're cheating, because I would, all jokes aside, like, I swear to God, a nigga like me has never been competitive over a female. Like, all jokes aside, I have been in situations where I've told girls, like, yo, you need to stop doing this. Like, go, like, fuck with your nigga. Like, he's a good dude. He's not actually, like, you're being a hoe.
You just being wrong.
Like,
bitch.
You're wrong. You know, go be good to your nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right after the little, you know what I mean? Right after catching the whatever.
Yeah, so I got my nut, and then I'm going to give you therapy.
Oh, yes.
Now, because now you're going to take accountability of this dick.
Yes, absolutely. Yo, that shit would be amazing, bro. I'd walk, and they'd walk out feeling like a fucking idiot. I'd be like, yo.
Because why did you do that for real? I mean, girl, why did you do that?
I don't know why, and I don't know why. Like, I'm such a scumbag. I would feel like a little bit better, but I guess it was my way of like, I know I'm being wrong, but here's how I lighten my blow on myself.
It's like, well, you was wrong first, but you're a dick. You're terrible. You're terrible.
Nah, but like, some of the excuses they would give would, like I said, it would always be like, he pissed me off, or like he did something to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was never like, very often when I talk to my like friends who be wild and whatever, do they say like, oh yeah, she pissed me off, I'm gonna go to the bar today and do X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? It's usually like, oh, I was out, I was lit, I seen this baddie, whatever happened, and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit. There was no like intention.
Yeah,
Type shit.
Circling into, well, you know what? I'll hold off on that. But one more question now. One more quick hitter. What's the most thotty shit you ever did?
Most thotty shit I ever did. Yeah, you really came out tonight like I'm finna ask this bitch.
Oh yeah.
I'm finna ask this bitch.
And I said it just like that too.
Damn.
Where you really just felt unholy.
I was like, damn, I was bugging.
You ever seen that meme?
I be doing normal shit. Like I don't know. Like I don't really like drag it. At least now it's like if I'm lucky if I can even get some type shit on a weekly basis.
You're a liar.
It's not. I mean, because I'm a female. Realistically, I could get it whatever I want, but I work so much, nigga. I'm not fucking.
Stop. You realistically can fuck in like 15 minutes. You can do it.
No, I work 7 to 3. I'm not rushing home to go have sex or whatever. I work 7 to 3.
Home.
Get off work. I'm not fucking nowhere but home. Unless we're fucking in a bed, I'm not fucking. I'm about to be 24. What am I fucking in a car?
I'll be honest.
I ain't fucking in no car.
Yo, I will. Listen, you say that. Sometimes me and my girl, we're driving home. We get a little freaky in the car.
Then maybe that's the type. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. But that's different. Y'all in a relationship. Yeah, I'm not in no relationship. Like I'm not doing that shit. I'm going home. I'm going to bed, bro. I'm not. I don't even want to see you right now because you're not even putting gas in my car.
Do you feel that your morals will? We're not dodging this question either. So
I know. I'm not. I'm still thinking.
Do you feel that your morals twist based upon the man? So, for example, Joe Blow that does construction. You'll make him take you into a bed in order to do it with you. As to where, like, now Drake comes along and he says, yo, come in my tour bus.
No, because that, no.
You're not getting banged out by Drake in that tour bus.
Hell no. Nigga, think about it, though. Hear me out. Man. He's Drake, because if you're fire enough and Drake wants... Listen. You're not listening. You're just talking. Listen to ears. Because if you smart, and that nigga, a nigga like Drake want to fuck you, why are you not having him cash out on you? Why are you not having him take you into the nicest spot?
Oh, okay.
You already got that bitch in the bag. If you're smart, you finesse it from there. You just keep negotiating. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna, bro. You know how many bitches you fucked in that bus? He not gonna remember you, bitch. You want to be memorable. You want him to continue like, bitch like Drake. Hey. Oh yeah, we in a penthouse suite. I want the top of the line shit. I want you taking me shopping. Like,
wait a second. That shit. Now you say that though. But what about the girl with the bra? She got the Playboy deal. And I don't know if he smashed, but all he did was grab her bra. Drake is giving out indirect
we talking about fucking, like, I'm not gonna fuck you, like, just from, if I could come, listen, I'm, where I'm at in the industry, I ain't fucking nobody to come up. Yeah. So I'm doing what I want my own name for myself. Mm-hmm. I don't want bitches to be like, yo, she fucked to get where she at. Nah, I'm busting my ass to get where the fuck I'm at. You finna respect me, word. But, like, I'm speaking from, like, that perspective, like, if it's that simple to just throw your bra on stage and get a connect. There was a girl that did it well before the last girl that did it.
Yo, there was some like,
and it just keeps happening.
There was some wild shit. Did you see the gigantic
the one?
Bra?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Wild. So like, if you can do that shit. So you ain't gotta fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't even be on your head. But I'm saying if you is in that position and you thinking about it, girl, don't have him fucking you in the tour bus. You better have that nigga cash out on you if that's what you gonna do.
So fine, we're not gonna talk about Drake because Drake is maybe too much, but let's just say, all right, Joe Blow, the construction nigga, you make him take you to the bed. What about whatever the third string quarterback of the New York Giants?
That's funny because I actually was talking to one from the Jets, but fucking
yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
I can't tell you that. That's confidential. I might get a cease and desist for that. No, you don't know. But fucking
did you let him bust?
Did I let him bust? No, we didn't even get to that point. He was always in Jersey, and he wasn't trying to drive out here.
You wouldn't take that drive for him?
That's digga. That's a toll too. Are you crazy?
So your morals?
Who's paying for that toll? Because if he not trying to pay, I'm not coming. You was gonna pay that toll then.
What if he said pay the toll and you'll have the night of your life?
I can have the night of my life around the corner. I got my own crib.
No fucking shot.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a female, bro. I got a roster. I have the pick of the litter, bro.
So the night of your life in your head is just having a nigga come over and bust your brains out?
You think I'm about to have the time of my life in Jersey, nigga?
Wine and dine.
No, nigga.
69.
I can get wine and dine right in the city.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I can go to the Hamptons and get really wine and dine.
So you got a Hamptons, niggas, is what you're telling me.
No, but I'm saying if I wanted to, I could.
No.
I don't. I'm saying if I wanted to, I could. That's how. I'm not trying to like most females. Like I said, we could fuck who we want. So why the fuck would I go do that when I could just find somebody decent enough that I would want to fuck just as much over here? At the end of the day, I'm not, and this isn't me speaking out of ego. I'm speaking out of confidence. I'm a very beautiful, young, attractive woman. I have a lot going for myself.
Oh man.
So. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know. I don't know. Put me on.
It's some shit I don't have to settle. I don't have to go all the way to New Jersey to get mine.
Okay.
I don't. It's all a choice for me. Anything I do is a choice. That's why I don't care. Like I said, I get it when I can now, if that, because I'd rather just go work all fucking day. I'd rather go work 7 to 3, and fucking go to the bar, bartend, go do a shoot, do that. Like at this point in my life, I got real big girl bills. I support myself entirely with no help. My car payment and car insurance is about as much as my rent. I don't have time to be wasting sitting around trying to drive somewhere just to have sex. Like, I'm not doing all that.
Feel that.
That's crazy. The money comes first.
So back to what I was saying before. What's the most thotty shit you ever did, nigga? You ain't running from that shit.
Damn, that's a good fucking question. What's the thottiest? I'm not gonna lie. I don't fucking know.
Oh, God.
Shut up, bitch. I'm thinking.
Fucking.
Cause like I've done like basic normal shit. I ain't even had a real threesome yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even get to have that type of fun yet, really. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I guess you could see this as thotty. So like, I mean, I don't know. We talking about like while I'm with somebody or
whatever. Yo, listen.
Or like while I'm single.
Let's just say 2 niggas in 24 hour, two different niggas in a 24-hour period. 2 niggas at the same.
That's wild. I couldn't even do that.
I'm not saying this. I'm just saying like this is how like maybe you gave neck to I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe neck on the first night. I don't know.
Nah, I was in a relationship and listen.
Yeah.
This is a toughie.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if I was mad young too, but I was in a relationship with like the love of my life. I know he remembers this shit too. It was like our 1-year anniversary or some shit. We was leaving from the city, went to go see the Christmas tree. I was young. I was like 16, 17. This is probably the worst thing I've ever done. Like to this day, of all the things I've done, this gotta take the cake. Like looking back, I'd be like, come on, girl. Like you was so young doing something. Like I was new to it though. I was he was my first. So anything I came up with to do with him, it was just out of pure like love. Like I was infatuated with this nigga. I had a crush on him for like 3 years before we even dated. So we was driving home from Ronkonkoma because we went to go see the tree for our 1-year anniversary with my mom and my brother. They was in the front seat. Tyler was knocked out. My mom was driving. It was late night, and we was in the back seat.
That's not really.
And
thotty,
I topped him down. I swallowed it.
That's not really thotty though. That's not that bad.
I feel like that's pretty bad. Yo, your mother's there, bro.
That's your man though.
Yeah, but like your mom's is there. Oh, but that's why I asked you. Is like you mean like while I'm in a relationship or not? Because like
one time I got caught getting head by a girl. Like I was getting head from this girl, and her mom came around the corner, and as she was giving me head, like the mom said something like, "You gonna come home soon? Hope you come home. Let me know." Like something like that. And the mom and the girl proceeded to say, "Not now, mom. I'm sucking this nigga's dick."
Oh, she's bugging. You know what? That's all for today, folks. I don't know. That's fucking wild. She's tweaking out. She did that?
Yeah. I swear. And I was like, see, I'm my pants are down to my ankles. I'm
okay,
leaning against the car.
To my ankles.
I'm leaning against the car. I'm in a very vulnerable state right now. I looked at her, and I looked at the mom, and I looked at her again, and the mom walked away, and I said, "Okay," and then she kept going. I was like the mom was just like with the program. It was cool. I was like my heart dropped though for a second. I was like, this bitch really said that, and kept going.
Got nervous.
Like it was like and mind you, this is like a matter of like maybe like 10 seconds, but it felt like an eternity because I was like, what's she gonna do?
Oh shit, nigga was nervous.
Yo, nigga, what would you do if your daughter said, "Not right now, mom, I'm sucking this nigga's dick"?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know how I would react because as I got older, I got like a different type of relationship with my mother. And so now like whenever I'm fucking with somebody, I always make jokes like that to my mom and like leave that nigga like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll say some shit like, yeah, we about to go touch each other. Yeah, we about to go. You know what I'm saying? Like joking around. I might be a little, it might be serious, but I'm saying it in a joking manner.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I feel like my kid might just be like that. Like I don't know unless. But those were all my niggas. I wouldn't do that with like a random nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Those were all like my boyfriends,
so
whatever.
That's your most thotty thing?
Yeah, I feel like that's really fucking wild.
Boring.
I'm really trying to like, cause nothing I did like how I see it is when I'm single, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want, but I'm not gonna do no shit that might put my health and shit at risk.
Right,
like fucking a nigga two in a day, like that's crazy. I'm not doing that.
The camera died, bro. The camera died. You gotta switch the battery. It's all good. Just use the middle shit. You good? All right. So here's the thing though. You say you have a roster. All right. That's the thing though. Saying a roster sounds like
it sounds like I know
some
it sounds like
whole
I'm
shit.
fucking
So
them
you
and
have
shit
to,
like that. So what I mean by a roster is I'm at a point where now like I'm kind of like I'm dating and you know I'm looking for a potential whoever I would want to be with in the long haul. So when I say I have a roster, I have maybe like one or two, maybe three niggas that I might speak to here and there that I might want to go on a date with or might explore that with.
Out of three, how many is actually getting the pooms? Or do you have like a special nigga for that one?
That's crazy.
Because girls be having that too.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, I ain't really been getting none, but one. So right now he's in the lead. Clearly.
Like I said, he's in the lead.
But like I said, I'm at a point. I've been talking to him for like a little bit, but so
the
you know
Taylor,
it's kind of
the Taylor Olympics. If it was
now literally got y'all niggas jumping through hoops to get some meat.
Yo,
Listen,
I was gonna say, what,
Lori Harvey said it herself, baby. I'm the prize. I got a lot going for me. You gotta come correct. No, don't come out all.
If there was a Taylor Olympics, what are some games that a nigga got?
I'm having niggas doing stupid shit. Like I gotta see y'all best fucking cartwheels, and you got a cartwheel for like 60
cartwheel
yards,
contest.
nigga. Whoever could cartwheel the fastest down that football field.
Fastest cartwheel down a football field. That's wild. That's some Squid Game shit, nigga.
If you had me doing a limit, I'm having these niggas do stupid shit, bro. Just stupid ass shit.
Yo, remember like a limit date and like Next and all them fucking
them shows, yes, bro.
Would you ever do that shit before?
No.
Would you? You would never do no shit like that?
I don't feel like
just for the experience. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's for people that are just like desperate at that point. Like you searching too hard for a relationship to be on some shit like that.
Well, a lot
you
of
want a relationship that bad, that's just not even gonna be real.
You'd be surprised though. A lot of those people do it just for the TV exposure.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't even really want to be there for real. Like,
I'll be real. Like if I had,
I wouldn't do that shit.
All jokes aside, if I had to like play single for like 6 months to like. Hell yeah.
To get on this show, I don't know.
To get on the show, be lit and get the people going. And
my problem is always on those shows other females, bro. I can't be around all that emotional ass shit. It's like 6, 7 other females that I got to deal with all my emotions. I got to deal with their emotions, and then I got to deal with all these niggas. It just feels like a lot.
You think like because you were hands-on type of chick. You think that you could see like Krishan rock one-on-one? Like if she tried to pop,
yo, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody said that to me, and I was like, I mean, it really depends on how mad I am. Like, I gotta see. Like, I don't know. I grew up fighting niggas.
Bro. She's athletic, bro.
I hate. So am I. Like, so am I. Like,
I understand that, but she's like a real D1 college.
All
athlete.
that shit, like, if I'm being honest, all that shit kind of goes out the window though. When you're mad, like, I don't got these shit just for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up fighting niggas, so how I'm seeing it is, it would be one hell of a fight.
Apparently, she did too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it would just be one hell of a fight.
Do you ever been in a situation like Blueface and Krishan?
Yes.
All right, so
my last 2 serious niggas. I mean, we wasn't whooping each other's ass like that. That's crazy. But I definitely was handsy, and they definitely was handsy.
What is it that draws?
It was definitely toxic.
What is that draw? What is the draw to keep someone around in that type of situation?
You create a trauma bond. You
is
create
it like
no. After a while, at least now, I don't see it as fun. You know, after the last one, I was like, yo, I literally can't. This shit is just emotionally draining. But it's because I think it's because society perpetuates that the concept of like toxicity for a while. It's just trendy. It's fun. It's so much fun. It's thrilling, man. It's so thrilling until you fighting with this motherfucker at like 3 a.m. on the side of the road. Like that's not fun, nigga. I want to go home and go to sleep. That's not fucking fun. And you don't think it's not fun until like you look back and you're like, damn. But you really just create a trauma bond with the person. It's like, damn, I went through so much with you. So to not see it through is like, damn, like we already got through this much.
It's comfortability, too.
Yeah, exactly. Now, why would I want to deal with somebody else? I already deal with this stupid shit with you.
Do you at this point, like, do you feel you're jaded?
No, I feel like now Now I'm a lot more calmer now. Like I don't. When I went through the last guy I was talking to, he did whatever the fuck he did. I literally came to him calm. I was like, as mad as I was. Now I think more before I react. So like, I try not to act on emotion. I try to react based off of fact now. Like, all right, what are the circumstances? Like, when I found out what he did, I brought it to his attention. I was like, listen, like I'm good. Like he even said he was like, I knew he was done because you was so calm. Like, I'm not even finna deal with none of that. I already know that like, nigga, you do some shit like that to me, I can't. Me personally, I can't get past it. I'm just I'm gonna make sure that because you hurt me, I'm so okay with making myself miserable as long as you miserable right with me because of what you did to me. So why don't we just skip that? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm at a point where I'm just not even gonna deal with it. You go your way, I'll go mine. It's no harm, no foul.
If you had a message to spread like for the world, what would it be?
Just make sure you have self-awareness. Put your mental health first. Your mental health comes before anything else. Your peace, your sanity comes first. It's true. I know because of past shit, but listen,
Jesus.
Listen, I'm telling you from my standpoint, I ain't get where I got now and made a whole 360 in my life from nothing. I do a lot of self-introspective work. I do a lot of work on myself. Always self-reflect. That's the biggest thing in life is self-reflect. How you gonna grow if you don't know what you trying to grow on?
So you don't think like, all right, so me and Pat were having this debate like through the DMs and I was saying like, bro, a lot of this mental health shit, like a lot of people just think way much more into it than it really is. It's really just a matter of mind over matter.
I absolutely agree with that, but a lot of people don't have that.
But that's the thing though. It's no one has it. I don't have it. No one has it. You just have to do it. Do. That's it.
I'm big on that too, cause how I see it is you either want it or you don't. I didn't like my little like mental health journey didn't come from like I'm not now. You can see on the show whenever he talks about therapy, I'll be like, oh, like, but if you don't have a therapist, go do this instead, and da da da. Because I'm big on it. It's not about like just talking to a therapist, because I didn't have that. Like, I didn't know, I didn't have the resources to find that or figure that out or whatever. I deadass woke up one day and I was This is why I do a lot of self introspective work, because it teaches you a lot of accountability and changed my outlook and perspective on life. I woke up and was like, I don't like how I feel. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I'm living. I don't like any of that. So you know what I did in that moment? I changed it. I changed it. I started going to the gym, changing my eating habit. I changed everything because it's not about being motivated to do some shit to get it done. You just got to get it done. Nobody cares how you feel. You got to get it done. Whatever you want it, go get it. That's it. Life is a car. You control that shit.
If you can tell me one life event that happened to you that really shaped you and made you who you are, do you think you can share it with us?
Yeah, my Uncle John passed away when I was like 19, and that year it was big for me. So that year I was going through a lot when he passed away. I was actually me and my family, we was homeless at the time due to my mom getting sick. I'm comfortable talking about these things. I don't care because I got all my own shit now. So you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I got us back into a crib. I'm pretty proud of where I came from. But so we was homeless at the time. So like that, and then at that point I had just lost also like was the 7th friend, you know, like he was shot, R.I.P. Jai. So at that point it was like, damn, like all this shit combined into one scenario. From then on I just felt like it all hit me like, you got it. It's you growing up, like you really in an adult world. At that point I had already lost so many friends from like car accidents and shit like that, and then was homeless. So then at that point I had dropped out of school to like work full time and shit like that. And I was nannying, all types of shit. Like it was like that whole time period when my uncle passed in too, it was like that's when the reality hit me that I was really in like that the adult world per se. Like that's when it was like, okay, like you gotta kick this shit in the overdrive, nigga. This is where you at now. This is what you got going. Like this is real life. This ain't no college kid shit. Like you in real fucking life, you know. So I would say that because that's really like around the time period where I really had to like grow the fuck up. You know, and that's when I started supporting myself and shit. I moved out like, I wouldn't say I moved out that young, but like by 21, I was already on my, like I was already moved out type shit. Like, it kind of was what it was.
Shit, man. That's, yo, I'll be honest, man. I'll say one thing. You, to what you give, the image you give, and the person you at least, no disrespect, but the person you at least portray, I feel that you should give the person you portray more. You know, based on, I mean, and mind you, social media is very shallow. And there's
Yeah.
only so and being in the modeling world, obviously that's, you know, mainly just objectification of your body and your looks and,
Pretty much.
you know, nonetheless, I do believe that like you should give more of yourself and your story to people just because you know, a lot of people think that, you know, model bitches is rich and pageant this and this, that, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And, you know, and then they think that these bitches is out here fucking and,
Doing all
you know what
types
I'm
of crazy
saying?
shit.
And, you know, you gotta sometimes show, and even if you got into, you know, whatever you may, you know, the other craziness you might have gotten into, you know, you gotta kind of show the fact that that's not just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm doing this.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I like to say, like I always say, this is why I love my podcast, like being on the podcast now, because it gets me the opportunity to showcase. I'm not just some dumb bimbo bitch. Like I'm a very knowledgeable woman. Like I know a lot of things. I'm very intelligent, and I like that I now have the platform to do that, because a lot of people, like the misconception, I see myself as a little like social experiment, because the misconception is, you look at my page, people tell me all the time, I wouldn't expect you to be like this. I'm nothing like what you would think I was looking at my shit. I'm funny as fuck. Like I'm really just a little ass. Yo, you think I'm not funny, but nigga, you be giggling. I be having a grown ass man giggling. Y'all be
I laugh at
all
your
my
laugh.
jokes.
I laugh at your laugh. That's the only thing I laugh at is your laugh.
Yo,
And then the dumbass faces you make.
you don't be laughing at your dumbass face in the mirror every day.
First and foremost,
yeah, dummy kid, shut up.
I was born like this. It's okay.
That's you know what?
It's cool. It's beautiful.
You was born with a jaw, so you should probably take that into consideration before you lose it.
Yo, you know what's funny? Kat said like, so you guys are gonna just have an hour long of you guys just fighting now.
I know.
I'm like, no, we're gonna laugh and we're gonna cry.
We gonna cry. We gonna cry. I don't cry. I don't cry no more. At least tears of joy, though. I will say, I've cried more tears of joy this year than I've ever had in my life. So I don't really cry sadness.
Is there any events in your life that always just replay?
Yeah, like a lot of I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the trauma
It's
sometimes.
negative shit always, right?
Yeah, but then like I've had so many, and you know, God bless. I'm so grateful for all the opportunities and things that happened for me this year. But this year, I've had so many like good things happen that like it really does overshadow that. I'll get to a point where like I'll be thinking about some shit, like replaying some shit, and then like as soon as I start thinking about shit, I catch myself, and then I start thinking about good shit, and I'll be like, man, fuck all that other shit. All I know is that everything I've gone through, it's gotta be worth it. It's gonna be worth it, because so far it has been. So
yo, sometimes like you know what they say when you like the most traumatic things that ever happened to you, shit like that. Like it'll get blocked out of your brain.
Yeah, there's some memories I don't remember until somebody bring it up, and I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot about it. Or just pop up, and I'll be like, yeah, I went through some shit.
Yo, and it's you thinking like, yo, I really, like that's crazy. I can't believe this really like right in front of my face.
Type shit.
As a
like
child,
damn, like I'll be like,
child,
wow. You know? People always say like everybody got me always says like you 23, but you really like 35, and I'm like I'm not even that proud of that shit.
You're immature sometimes.
Yeah, I be immature because that's the fun in me, but like it's because I act immature sometimes because I've always had to be so fucking grown. So that's like my outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to grow up fast, so that's my outlet. Is just acting stupid.
Do you
you can't beat me, so.
Yep, exactly.
Right. Right.
Listen, you go through the table.
Nigga, you better knock me the fuck out, because the way I'm going upside your head with one of these fucking things right here, it's going to be so lit.
First and foremost,
first. Right over your jaw. That first.
Serious?
Mink, come here.
If you break it, you buy it.
You busted me through the fucking, you see.
This is
you throwing me through this shit. I'm throwing that through you.
You don't watch the podcast apparently, because we have a whole plan. I said the microphones are replaceable. If there was ever a fight to break out in here, there has to be one equipment manager.
Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that. You throwing me through a table, you getting mopped the fuck up. Whatever's near me. Yeah, come here.
Yeah, whatever, nigga.
I'm just saying, y'all heard it here first. That's gonna be the next time I'm on the show. It's gonna be me whooping his ass on camera for an hour.
Yo, you ever seen the?
All they gonna hear is the scuffling.
You ever seen the pornos where they do like the? They're doing like the fake MMA fight.
No, nigga. What the fuck do you be watching?
I don't. Yo,
what?
I saw this shit one day. I was like, no way, because it said like it was like it wasn't UFC, but it was like it was like something FC, like FC's fighting championship or fighting club. So I'm like, or football club. So I'm like, obviously it was like the little preview picture. I'm on X videos scrolling, doing the thing. I see like just an MMA mat, and I'm like, it was a nigga and a bitch like in jujitsu stances, and I'm like, ooh, no way. So I go and like it's a video of them like MMA fighting, and like they're like stripping each other down as they're fighting.
Okay.
And then he ends up like, and the winner, like the winner like I guess gets to bust down. Yo,
this is what shit. You be getting, Cal be living it up with you, huh?
I mean, I don't think we've ever done MMA sex before. We just, pretty much, the standard.
That's it for today, folks.
D and V, AT, MT. Oh,
NTV. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say MTA.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know what MTA is, but
the railroad.
No, I'm out to ass.
Okay. Honestly, that's it for today. I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Nah, let me stop.
Cause what?
Yeah, I was gonna say some dumb shit.
Don't.
But yo, listen, Tay, I appreciate you coming out here.
Appreciate you having me.
We be talking mad shit.
My homie for real.
Pussy.
Yeah, whatever,
you
nigga.
Still pussy.
Yo, watch your jaw. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
jaw gonna be from here out there.
Pick up your shoes, nigga. Exactly.
You can't even pick up anything.
Nigga, you look like a pickup.
You go to pick up. You go to pick up something.
Nigga,
you just go rolling because you so top heavy. You just start rolling like a fucking tumbleweed.
First and foremost, nigga, you look like a pickup. You built like a pickup truck. Nigga.
I know you're not talking. I know you're not talking. You the roundest thing in this room.
I could be round. It's
you
cool.
the roundest thing. Yo. When you come in here, come in here and sit on this couch, you damn near flip the fucking couch every single time. What are you talking about?
That's
you gotta sit this whole side, lift up.
That's
you be
trash.
fucking up the suspension in your car every time you get in the car. Car
First and foremost, a nigga with them.
He gets in the car. When he get out the car, he be like, shit.
Wait, hold on.
You talking about
and your legs is prickly. First and foremost, with your prickly legs, I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Yo, they look fine,
second
guys.
off,
You see,
with the goddamn Chinese slippers, I don't want to hear none of that shit. No.
You mad because you don't got them? Sounds like jealousy to me. Bitch, I'm not arguing with a nigga who came in here with his panties out.
Don't be mad.
Okay.
She's shaking her panties.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right. You damn right.
Yeah, right.
Would you call me? Would you call me before?
Ice Space.
No. Oh.
You want to show your panties
you call
so
me
bad.
You call me a baddie.
You is
before,
a bad bitch for real.
So that's
you is the baddest.
That's see, grow up, man. Yo, Mark. Magic.
Look.
Get
Got
the
him
fuck up out of
stumbling.
here, man. This girl's weak, man.